I was born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I wasn't really allowed to go outside too much out there because it was just a bad area. My mom divorced my father at, I think I was like 7. The only thing I remember is like the cliche like movies where you're like a little kid and you're looking out the back window, seeing like your house go by and stuff like that. Without my dad being there, it was really rough for all of us. The first time I really got into trouble, I was out Dover, and I was homeless, and I was like, I didn't eat for like three days or something like that, and I decided to call the pizza man. So I called the pizza man and told him I needed 2 large pizzas, and then when he got there, I just, I kind of hit him a couple of times, and I took the pizzas and I sat on the porch, like that I actually, I actually robbed the guy from. I just sat on the porch and ate the pizzas and stuff like that. Didn't really know any better. I thought the world owed me something. I was in a plumber center, and someone told me about there's a training program for ShopRite. So I came up here for maybe a month straight before I seen a flyer out there for the testing that is involved in being accepted with the program. Teresa told me that I passed, and they're like really happy for me. And I didn't know that they were looking at me that much. Like I didn't know I was being noticed, and that kind of threw me off guard. But they told me that I passed and that they were really proud of me. And that was like the first time somebody said it.
Troy came in and he introduced himself and he held out his hand, which is not something that a lot of people do. He seemed to have something in his eyes. It was an excitement. He really wanted to be there.
Well, at first, when I was a cashier, I was getting like 20 hours a week, and my living situation changed.
A few months later, Troy came to me. You could tell he was struggling, and he said, I need to talk to you. And he says, I'm really struggling right now. I'm not getting a lot of hours. I want to do the right thing. He's like, but I need money. He's like, is there something else I can do in the store? I'll scrub floors, I'll do whatever it takes.
The night crew is a special breed of people to begin with anyway, because when you're geared to work third shift, it can be tough. Troy, right off the bat, came up very respectful. The word sir was repetitive in his conversations with you. He was interested in knowing about what was going on and how he was doing, which gave him a leg up in a lot of people. When he came to me, within a week I knew something wasn't right because he was almost tearful some nights. And I found out from him that he was homeless. And it was at the beginning of the night, and I sat down to myself in the office and said, we gotta help this guy.
Maybe a week I was living in my car, and just the way they came together and helped me out,
Actually, at this particular point, Troy is as good as anybody on the crew, but maybe 1 or 2 people. And that's an accomplishment when you're talking about 11 to 14 people.
With Goodwill, you get family for life. There's always going to be someone there to help you out, even at your lowest moments.